Thank you. Speeches are like babies, easy to conceive, hard to deliver. It's harder still when your speech is delayed. I must thank Sridhar for inviting me, Vinod Sarogi for giving me an opportunity to speak today at this PELS, President-elect's Learning Seminar. In approximately 6 months from now, you will all be in the driver's seat. But before I go on to tell you that, I must tell you that I heard past District Governor Subbu saying that Rotary is easy to understand. Rotary is also easy to misunderstand. I'm reminded of something that happened. A couple went to the airport. The wife was going to Italy. The husband was dropping off his wife at the airport. And as the wife was going to take the plane, she asked her husband, "What would you like to have from Italy?" In a very lighter vein, the husband said, "An Italian girl." And she went away. 2 weeks later, he went back to the airport to receive his wife, and seeing her come alone, he asked his wife, "Where is the Italian girl I'd asked for?" And the wife said, "I'm not sure. Please wait for 9 months to know whether it's going to be a boy or a girl." I did what I could, but please wait for the results. Now, Rotary is something like that. You can understand, you can misunderstand. But as I said, in approximately 6 months from now, you will be in the driver's seat. What was the time given to me, sir? I thought it was 25 minutes. But how much should I take? Yeah. It's a bit upsetting now, anyway.
So you can take your 30 minutes. Sure.
No, it's okay. I cut short. If you want to enjoy your driving experience for 1 year as club president, you have to ensure that you keep your club in good condition. It's just like the driving experience that you will have in a car. You have to follow the traffic rules, make sure that you wear the seat belts, do not overspeed, do not lose direction, ensure that you don't run out of fuel, have spare tires to overcome exigencies, and make sure not to get tired, and ensure that you reach your destination on time. And this is perhaps the purpose of this program. Becoming the club president is the best opportunity given to you to make Rotary a better organization. And I heard many of them say that in spite of the fact that you become so many things in Rotary, the best experience you'll ever have is to be the president of your Rotary club. Your goal is to make Rotary better, bigger, brighter, and more beautiful. Making Rotary bigger is about growing in size. Making Rotary better is about growing in stature. Making Rotary bigger is about bringing more men and women into Rotary. Making Rotary better is about putting Rotary into men and women. By doing this, I'm sure we will make the future of Rotary brighter and more beautiful. Your first and foremost responsibility as the club president is to become a Rotarian. You might wonder, I'm already a Rotarian, and what does it mean? The questions that I would like to ask yourselves are, why am I a Rotarian? And the answer you must get is, in order to become a better human being. How am I a Rotarian? Is it because I wear a lapel pin, or is it because I use the prefix RTN? Is it because I pay a subscription to a Rotary Club? Is it because I attend Rotary meetings and conferences? Practicing Rotary is what will make you a Rotarian. Putting Rotary to work in the places where you work is what will qualify you to be a Rotarian. Where am I a Rotarian? Some of us are selectively Rotarians, here and there, on and off. But the most important question that I want to ask yourselves is, am I a Rotarian? Most of us are pretending to be Rotarians. We will have to attempt to become a Rotarian. There's a lot of difference between pretending to become a Rotarian and attempting to become a Rotarian. Now, I remember reading in a book, Chicken Soup for the Soul, I was dying. I was dying first to finish school and start college. Then I was dying to finish college and start working. Then I was dying to get married and have children. Then I was dying to go to work. Then I was dying to retire. And now when I'm really dying, I suddenly realize I forgot to live. Similarly, in Rotary, I was dying to become a member of a Rotary Club. Then I was dying to become a president of a Rotary Club. Then I was dying to become an assistant governor. Then I was dying to become a governor, district governor. Then I was dying to become an director of Rotary International. And then I was dying to become a Rotary International president. But at the fag end of the career in Rotary, I suddenly realized I forgot to be a Rotarian. This is very true with most of us. We have all been in Rotary for several years. I've been a Rotarian for 47 years. I became a governor when I was only 36 years. So I had a long stint as a past district governor. But I'm not a Rotarian yet, because I'm not able to put Rotary into work in the place where I'm working. I'm attempting. I'm not pretending. All of us will have to attempt, because we live in a country where it is difficult to survive because of maintaining integrity. We have all been forced into all that is not required to lead a good life. Rotary is more relevant in India than anywhere else in the world. But our community service projects must not stop with just trying to help the needy. We must help ourselves to be able to lead a fuller life. I remember a friend of mine who was a governor along with me, 1994-95. And somebody asked him, what would be your Rotary International theme if you become the R.I. president? And he said, my theme would be love Rotary or leave Rotary. Then someone asked me immediately, sir, if you become the president of Rotary International, what would be your theme? And I said, my theme would be make Rotary a reality, because Rotary is still not real. I remember a few years back, I was in Turkey, and as I was getting off in one place, I saw a board in front of a shop which said, genuine fake watches available. I was wondering what this board means. Genuine is a different word, fake is a different word, two coming together. I just wanted to make sure, and I found that was the fake watches sold in the shop are genuine. But I must tell you that we have genuine fake human beings. Similarly, we have genuine fake Rotarians. I'm sorry, I may not be praising this organization for everything. I'm not saying that everything is all wrong with Rotary, but I'm telling you everything is not all right. And we need to accept it. Where is Rotary? A question very difficult to answer. Rotary must be in the hearts of Rotarians if Rotary has to become a reality. It cannot be everywhere else. Where is God? Not many of us will be able to answer this question. But you become God when you help others. If you are a true Rotarian, you will continue to remain God forever. I believe there were two boys, 10 years old, 8 years old, extremely naughty, involved in everything that was going wrong. And the parents were not able to control the two boys, so they took two boys to a priest in the town and said, "We are not able to convince them to become better. Why don't you please counsel them?" The priest said, "Yes, why not? I will try, but please send the younger boy first. I will talk to the elder one later." So the 8-year-old boy was sent to the priest, and the priest asked this question, "Where is God?" This boy was blinking. The priest raised his voice and asked him, "Where is God?" The boy started shivering. At this point in time, the priest took one stick and went to him and said, "Tell me, where is God?" And this boy ran away. And as he ran into his house, the elder boy asked him, "What's this? What happened? What went wrong?" And he said, "This time we are in deep trouble. God is missing and they're suspecting us for that." This is exactly, Rotary is missing. Missing even in Rotarians. So we need to put Rotary into Rotarians, and that must be your first job as the club president. The third one is be a different president. A Rotary club does not require a new president every year to keep doing the same thing again and again and again. Sometimes I find that Rotary is becoming highly repetitive. We keep doing the same thing year after year for several years and call it Rotary. It's like someone who said, you live the same life every day and 75 years later you call it a life. It is not life at all. I remember Peter Drucker, the management expert and a very great author, who once said, "There's nothing so useless as doing efficiently that which should not be done at all." Please do what is good. And please stop doing what is not required. Repeat what is right. Rectify what is wrong. And remember, anything that does not get rectified will get repeated. Swami Vivekananda once said, "People laugh at me because I am different, and I laugh at them because they are all the same." I want you to be a different president. The fourth point I would like to talk is be a good friend to all your club members. And what are the good qualities required to be a good friend? In my opinion, a good friend is the one who speaks the truth, one who does not hide reality, one who does not indulge in false praise, one who does not give wrong advice, one who is willing to correct his or her mistakes, one who motivates and encourages, and last but not the least, one who helps in treading the path of Dharma. If you look into these qualities, I don't think we have many friends around. Please ensure that you practice all this by being a good friend to others. Being a leader is really challenging. You have to lead by example. You have to practice before you preach. Please understand that politics is the only profession where you can cheat, lie, and steal and still be respected. You can't do that in Rotary. If you cheat, if you lie, if you do anything that is not in line with the rules of Rotary, you will never be respected. So please remember that being a club president is perhaps the most challenging. Now, membership, of course, is the biggest asset of Rotary, but I'm sure sometimes we find that membership is also the biggest liability. Now, yesterday I heard your district governor, Saravanan, saying that we have done away with 17 Rotary clubs. And I think it's good in a way because he also mentioned that as districts become smaller, you can manage clubs and districts better. And I must tell you that those of you who are familiar with agriculture, you know that there is something called the weeding out operations. Once in a way, we will have to do the weeding out operations. I believe there was once a farmer who was spraying insecticides in his apple orchard. A passerby stopped and asked him, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm spraying insecticides." "Why?" He said, "I'm going to kill the insects." The passerby asked him, "What have you got against the insects?" To which the farmer said, "I have nothing against the insects, but I have everything for the apples. I have to save the apples. In order to save the apples, I have to necessarily kill the insects." Now, this is what life is all about. You can't tolerate crimes and nonsense for too long, and you can't still keep telling that things are not improving. So somewhere down the line, we need to take corrective action, course correction as we call it, and I'm sure that is absolutely important for Rotary as an organization. Rotary is no exception to it. Talking about ethics. Ethics is something that is non-existent. When people ask me, "Why don't you come and speak about ethics?" I tell them, give me a topic which is about something that is existent. Because today, ethics is non-existent. We don't have ethics anywhere. And I must tell you that as Rotarians, we have to practice being ethical. The essence of ethics, the essence of empathy are the two most important reasons why you and I are in Rotary. If I cannot be ethical, if I cannot be empathetic, I have no place in this organization. Please remember that these are the two most important qualities. We talk about air purifiers, we talk about water purifiers, but please remember there is something called the heart purifier, and membership in Rotary can be a great heart purifier. Please understand that Rotary is a wonderful organization. All that we are talking about is to keep our membership more meaningful and purposeful. There is nothing wrong with Rotary, but if there is something wrong, it is because of the membership. We need to understand Rotary better and make sure that we use Rotary to improve ourselves. Rotary is a great educational experience. I have personally learned much more out of being a Rotarian than I did by attending schools, colleges, and universities. So please make the best use of Rotary to improve yourselves. True service is meant to empower the recipient and not the giver. Unfortunately, sometimes we try to keep empowering ourselves. That's not the purpose. Please continue to empower the recipients. Make these recipients givers. The whole idea today is if I can convert every recipient into a giver later, that is what progress is all about. I remember there was one person who was struggling to study. He wanted to become a lawyer, so he went to his mother. He said, "I want to study law." His mother said, "No, there is no way I can do it because I am a domestic servant. I have 4 children to take care of. I have no money to give you, so manage." This person went to a local grocery shop owner who was a Muslim, and he told him that I want some help. The shopkeeper asked him, "What kind of help?" He said, "No, my mother is not able to pay my fee. She's just able to feed the children. What can I do?" The grocer said, "No, don't worry. I will not give you money, but I will do one thing. I will send the grocery required for your mother every month. You don't have to pay me now. I'll keep sending it. Then you ask your mother to support your education." Yes, this boy went, studied, became a lawyer, and then when he became a justice, he went back to this grocery shop owner and said, "Thank you very much for all that you did to me. Now I'm in a position to repay you. Now, how much is the bill that is pending for all that you supplied to my mother?" To which the shopkeeper said, "No, you don't have to really pay me that. But I just want you to do one thing. Just as I helped you today, please help someone else tomorrow." And that, I think, is what Rotary is all about. We are trying to empower people, making sure that Rotary becomes a relay race. Doesn't stop anywhere. The runners keep changing, but the race continues. I remember Dr. Zakir Hussain, who once said, "There is too much of politics in our education and too little education in our politics." And I'm afraid, I was wondering, if we can put Rotary into politics, the quality of politics will improve. But unfortunately, we are putting politics into Rotary and degrading this organization. So I think what we need to do is to try and put Rotary into politics and improve the quality of politics in our country instead of bringing politics into Rotary and degrading our organization. Elections, entertainment must take the back seat. Awards, assignments must not be the purpose of being in Rotary. Now, these are things that many of you may not like my telling, but I have to say this because I'm beginning to believe. Someone asked me, I told one of my friends, I'm going to Coimbatore to attend our district conference. He said, "Oh, the where you have elections for a governor?" Public image. Somebody was mentioning about public image of Rotary. And I can tell you, my dear friends, the public image of Rotary is they think that the conference is being run to elect a governor and not for anything else. Understand, the public image of Rotary will depend on the private life of every individual Rotarian. If you and I cannot practice Rotary, we are letting down the organization. We can't talk about public image by doing whatever we want. We will have to practice Rotary in order to improve the public image of Rotary. Public image of Rotary is not what Rotarians think of Rotary, it is what people outside Rotary think about Rotary. Please understand. So there is a lot that we have to do. So let me quickly conclude, because I know, I'm not sure, time has been removed, but still I'll quickly conclude because I know it's lunchtime. You can't change the fruits without changing the roots. So if you think that there is something wrong in your clubs, please take corrective action, because Rotary International is nothing but a collection of clubs. If clubs do well, Rotary International will do well. So every club is very, very important. Every club president, you decide the fate and future of our organization. So please remember that your importance as a person to promote Rotary as an organization is absolutely crucial. In a society which is spiritually starved and morally bankrupt, Rotary has a major role to play in transforming individuals. Rotary must refine individuals. Rotary must reform individuals. Rotary must regulate individuals. Rotary must rectify individuals. This refinement, reformation, regulation, and rectification will result in a revolution. And I want all of you to engage yourselves in this revolution of making Rotary a better organization. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's impossible to try and improve the quality of Rotary without improving the quality of Rotarians. Everything is centered around you and me. A club president should command respect by being competent and committed, and not demand respect because of his or her designation. Good leadership is all about performance and not popularity. Good leadership is all about progress and not about publicity. Good leadership is all about being accepted and not being appreciated. Good leadership is all about enhancing the image of our organization and not about achieving our individual vested interests. Good leadership is all about accomplishing our set goals and not about awards and assignments. Remember all this and make sure that you make Rotary a better organization. Ladies and gentlemen, life is like a game of chess. Once the game is over, the king and the pawn go back into the same box. Never be worried. All the money, the fame, the name, the power will all vanish the moment we leave this world. I would request all of you as club presidents to seriously consider including spirituality as a part of Rotary. If you can bring spirituality into Rotarians, we will be able to convert them into better human beings. So please try and bring in more spirituality into the organization. Make sure that we improve the quality of membership. Make every Rotarian a better human being. And let me tell you that polio eradication is important, but ego eradication is even more important. No matter how huge your house is, no matter how big your bank balance is, no matter how recent your car is, no matter how powerful your position in life is, at the end, the size of our graves will all be the same. And today we don't even need the graves because we have the electric crematoriums. You get pushed in and you become ashes all over. That's the end. And I'm telling you, my dear friends, please understand the meaning of life. Please understand the purpose of life. My birth certificate says A. Alagappan. It talks about my father, my mother, my place of birth. Yes. I may not live to see my death certificate, but I know it will have my name, date of death, place of death, and that's all about it. Nobody is going to attach my biodata or balance sheet to my death certificate. So please remember that let's lead a life simple, straightforward, enjoy being a Rotarian, become a better human being, and make Rotary a better organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Let us all give him a standing ovation. Please remain on stage, sir. We are all spellbound by your address. I request Vinod Sarogi, PELS Chair, Deputy Governor Suresh Jain, and Subbu and DLF Sridhar to please join on stage and recognize past District Governor Alagappan. So let's all strive to bring Rotary within us so that we command respect in society. Let's all move for a quick lunch and be back in 20 minutes.